Alrighty, y'all. So, I am here in the new house. And I know I've been away. It's been a little bit. It's been about 2 months. Currently cooking dinner. But I did just want to do this intro real quick because I did trade this morning and I recorded the whole session. So it was about an hour and 40 minutes, almost 2 hours of trading this morning. And I am going to show you guys how that is. But yeah, right now in the new house. So I don't think I ever dropped the video saying that I was moving from my apartment into a house, but we literally did renovations for like 2 months straight. But now we are home, we are here. Beautiful kitchen, beautiful kitchen. I'll show you guys a tour. Guys, well, you guys probably will see the before. I don't know when I will drop it, but this place looked completely different. Now it looks good. We still have more work to do, but for the most part, this is where we're at. But yeah, so not really gonna be doing too much vlogging, cooking dinner now, and then hopefully going to the movies to watch Lilo and Stitch later. But I am just gonna drop my session. I didn't show my face. It was 3 in the morning, but I'm just gonna show you guys what I was doing, my thought process, and in the next video, I'll probably explain a little bit more, life update. Yeah, I mean, just so you guys know, I'm very, very pregnant. Currently 8 months pregnant. So, yeah, that's happening soon. So I will be pretty much giving birth in the next 2 months. Yeah, literally exactly 2 months from now. If I go for full term, I'll be giving birth in 2 months. So, yeah. But anyways, right now I'm cooking dinner and then gonna hurry up and get that done because it is already 6, if it can focus, 6:52. But now I'm gonna be consistent because I'm now living care. I'll explain more, but literally for the past 2 months, I've been living on an air mattress in my parents' living room. And I didn't even take pictures or videos of it at all. But yeah, that's how I've been for the past 2 months. But I'll touch on that a different day. For right now, I do want to show you guys what I'm looking at. I have been using a newer strategy. I did take a break. So I just got back into the routine, getting my psychology back on point, getting myself back in that headspace, getting comfortable on the charts again. It does suck, but life happens. It is what it is. But yeah, check out this session and come back later on this week for more. Thank you guys for continuing to support. If you have any questions, any suggestions, please let me know. But all right, have a good one, y'all. So what we are looking for is basically a quick move today. So as you can see, price was pretty much bullish all yesterday, and then we can see we came into Asian session. We had a bit of a pullback. If I mark this zone up here, it's basically an area that price came into, traded into. What I want to see is if this is going to hold firm and we just continue up, we get another sweep of this area and continue the buys from yesterday, because Asia does have that manipulation, that pullback. Or if price is going to continue down and we sell off. Actually, what's the next area that we can see ourselves going to? Because we broke these Asia highs, but it's like, did we break Asia highs, or are we? But we're bullish. That's the thing. Like, we're bullish. I could see a pullback into here, into this fair value gap, because we have huge fair value gap here. I'm not sure if I see like a gigantic pullback. Like, tie got broken. What's the next tie? Here, which is basically this. So that's the next area I could see if price pulls back and has our next leg up. Logically, that is what I see. We could come here, we could sweep this low, and then we sweep this low, and we come into this fair value gap right there. We can mark off this fair value gap right there. So sweep this low, whatever, one of these freaking lows, and then boom, continue up, and we hold it to that next one. On the side. Bro. No way. Price already hit. Our mix ended. Wow. I'll be honest, we didn't trade into anything. I guess. Discount. It's annoying. Here's the thing. This is a continuation. If we get, alright, we place an order here. If we get stopped, it is what it is. This is our only trade of the day. I will literally just call it a day, or we might not even get tapped into, which is very likely we don't even tap into here. So let's talk about how we feel right now. Right now I feel a tad bit nervous that price is literally just gonna slap my stop loss. Why do I feel that way? Because price had that big bullish move and now we're coming back down. And we have a fair value gap that price is still probably trying to trade into. So this whole zone here, price can trade into. So we could just get smacked out of this. And then price continues on its merry way. Well, yeah, price can, basically what I'm saying is price can come in, do something like this, come into this fair value gap, wicket, and then continue. We have now been entered into our positions. This right here would be the worst scenario. Wait, am I in for buys or sells? I'm in for buys. Okay. But yeah, this would be the worst. This would be the worst scenario. This price comes in here and does this. If price comes in here and then continues down, that's okay. We're just wrong about the side. But if we get wicked out, that would make me sick. But now we've just entered into our positions, so we could close this. Now we just swap. Now this is a riskier buy zone because we're now targeting a higher time frame zone. We could have taken it to this smaller zone here and hit TP, fine, good, stress free out of the trade. Look, now we can see prices coming back down, right? So one, we're break even now. Modify, right? Now our position is safe. But do we close this right now? Or do we hold and wait for it to get to this next zone? What am I targeting? I'm targeting a higher time frame zone. Targeting this zone here. Do we know for sure it's gonna get there? Absolutely not. Should I take some? Could I take this position? Could I take just take the position? I could. What are we up right now? 1.8. For me to comfortably take this, I need to at least close. Let's take this off. I would have to comfortably close right here. Do I believe price is going to continue up? I have hope it's going to. Do I know it's going to? No. I don't know anything. I'm just taking an educated guess. One to two, I'll probably close. Holy schmoly. Wow. 81 after being on 200. Look at that. What happened here? Emotions got the best of us. We could have just closed here and been let's put this here. If we would have closed there, we would have been 1 to 2. So we got greedy and we got anxious. Look at gold, bro. That shit dumped. So we got greedy. This is a great lesson, right? This lesson right here tells you take your 1 to 2. Take your 1 to 2 before you try and run for 1 to 3s. 1 to 2 would have been sufficient right here. 1 to 2 would have been sufficient. 1 to 2 would have gotten you all you needed for price action for today. You can see here we went from 1 to 2, price smacked. Here, price would have smacked. In this situation, we read price action and we saw that it was best to take it. And we got greedy, like we got up to literally $224, $230, and we didn't even take half of that. So it's bad. Alright. What the heck? Okay. I'll be completely honest here. This position might be cooked. This position actually feels more impulsive and strategic. So another if you won. Do we ever hit a 1 to 2? Never. 1 to 2 is right here. Alright, listen. This trade cooked, right? We're cooked. It is what it is. So you guys can see the time. It is 4:35 a.m. Listen, we protected our capital. We had break even on this trade. First trade, we just took the small amount of profits, even though it wasn't a 1 to 2. We took a little bit smaller profits. It is what it is. The market just isn't moving as well this week. And I could take another position later. Maybe I will. In a couple hours if I see a setup, because technically we had, I can't call it a W. I'm not gonna say it's a break even, but we have one where it's like, okay, we just took profit early. And then we have one break even. So we can give ourselves one more chance. Typically I just take 2 trades a day, but I think that we could go for one more position later on today. One price action is a little bit better. Maybe New York session will do it, like 8 a.m. or pre-New York around 6 to 7 a.m. We do get some opportunities then, but listen, it's what it is. We tried our best. This was just a session to record to see how just to see how we are in the live markets again, because I haven't traded the live markets for a while. I'll take little positions, and they've been L's and L's and L's, but I was taking positions in my bed, waking up groggy-eyed, kind of eyes half open, and missing positions. Like the position that the position that we missed earlier, we missed this position? This one was ideal. This is the one that we should have taken, but we got scared. This one, we got greedy, and we closed at less than a 1 to 2. And now we can see prices hovering here. But yeah, over this next month, we're going to be focused on trading. Going to make sure that we're waking up on time. Going to make sure that we have the energy. Going to make sure that we're studying, and we're back testing the market. Like tonight when I come back home from work, I have work at 9 a.m. So when I come back home from work, what I'm gonna do is study this session that I traded live, and then study this session post session, back tested it. So I did forward testing. Now I'm going to do back testing on the session and see where I went wrong, see what I missed, see what blinded me in this session, see how to not get greedy. Because on gold, that was a greedy trade, and we paid for it. We could have closed at 180. We could have closed at 200. We could have closed at 230, 240. Instead, we got greedy. We tried to go for bigger profits, and we ended up closing at $80. It's just one of those situations where you sit there, you look at yourself, and you're like, okay, like, I knew I shouldn't have, and I still did. So, does it suck? Yes. But will we be fine? Of course. We're living to trade another day. So, anyways, I'm all for this. Trading in a bonnet. 3 a.m. It is what it is.